6:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Lakshman Fonseca and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. The President declared emergency regulations formulated on essential food supply with effect from midnight yesterday. The government says there is no shortage of essential food items in the country. The Health Ministry commenced administering the COVID-19 vaccine to those between the ages of 20 to 30. The Ministry of Agriculture assures to provide organic fertilizer to farmers for the Maha season without a shortage. The Health Ministry requests plans from public transport sector to operate it before reopening the country. Calling dates for applications for the 2021 GCE A-Level and the Grade 5 scholarship examinations extended. International news, millions of Indian children are returning to classrooms after extended COVID vacation. Local news in detail now. As per the powers vested in terms of the Section 2 of the Public Security Ordinance, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa declared emergency regulations formulated as per the Section 5 on essential food supply with effect from midnight yesterday. Accordingly, the authorized officers will be able to take steps to provide essential food items at concessionary rates to the public by purchasing stocks of essential food items. It includes to sell paddy, rice and sugar at government-guaranteed prices. Government say this move will discontinue concealing of stocks of essential food items including paddy, rice and sugar to prevent selling them at higher prices. The President's media say Major General MD SP Newunhalla has been appointed as the Commissioner General of Essential Services to coordinate the supply of paddy, rice, sugar and other consumer goods. The government says there is no truth at all in the news reports now in circulation claiming there's a shortage of essential food items in the country. The government says it has sufficient stocks to meet the demand and there is no rice or sugar shortage in the country. In a statement released by the Department of Government Information states, both foreign and local media together with social media are spreading the news virally. It says certain opposition politicians are also spreading this false information. It also says some fraudulent traders were hoarding food items such as paddy, rice and sugar with the intention of selling them at higher prices. The government has taken measures to settle the issue. Therefore, the government urges the people not to panic, fearing a food shortage in the country. Health Minister Kehelia Ramukwala says the ministry has commenced administering the COVID-19 vaccine to those between the ages of 20 to 30 from today. The vaccination program has commenced at district level, said the Health Minister. A statement from the Health Ministry noted that the Minister instructed relevant officials to expedite the vaccination program for the 3.7 million people between the ages of 18 to 30. It also said that frontline health workers in the said age group, as well as those attached to certain essential services between 18 to 30, were already given the COVID-19 vaccine. The Health Minister noted that all those over the age of 30 will be fully vaccinated within another 3 weeks. The Health Minister urged all Sri Lankans to obtain the vaccine. Ministry of Agriculture say the ministry is ready to provide organic fertilizer to farmers for the Maha season without a shortage. The ministry also planned to conduct awareness programs for farmers with the help of experts in the sector. These facts were revealed at a press conference held last evening at the Presidential Media Centre through the WebEx application. Key government officials in the field were present at the meeting. It was also exposed, although the government has taken steps to produce local organic fertilizer, achieving the target was hampered due to the current situation. Officials revealed that as a result, measures have already been taken to import the needed amount of high-quality international standard organic fertilizers and use biological pesticides covered by Pesticides Act. The Fertilizer Advisory Committee has given its approval in this regard. Officials also guaranteed that these organic fertilizers will be made available to farmers after subjecting these organic fertilizers to laboratory and biodiversity tests. It was also revealed that a QR code will also be issued for all imported and locally produced organic fertilizers in the future. The Health Services Deputy Director General Dr. Hemant Herath says plans should be submitted to organise how public transportation would operate before reopening the country. Addressing the media today, he said if proper plans for public services are not announced, the government will again be forced to go for another lockdown. He said that he is requesting from all those who are responsible for the transport services that it will not be possible to resume transporting people after opening the country. Dr. Hemant Herath added, it is important to prepare and publish the plans to make sure that the transport sector will function in accordance with that plan. As long as the congestion in the existing transport continues, it will not be easy to control the spread of the COVID virus, he added. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The Education Ministry has decided to extend the call for applications for the 2021 GCE Advanced Level and the Grade 5 Scholarship Examinations to September 15th. All applications will only be called for the online-based system, the Ministry said. Commissioner General of Examinations Sanath Pujitha said applicants are requested to visit the Examinations Department's official website www.doenets.lk or the department's official mobile app DOE and read the relevant instructions carefully and submit the application online accordingly. He said government school candidates should apply for the above examination using the usernames and passwords already given to the principals of the relevant schools. Private applicants are required to complete the application form in person in accordance with the relevant instructions. It is also instructed to obtain a hard copy and keep it safe with them to present if required. The government has taken immediate measures to examine fingertip pulse oximeters and oxygenators in the local market. The National Medicines Regulatory Authority says that there is a huge demand for these apparatus today due to the mounting number of COVID patients. The authority says State Minister Channa has instructed authority to take immediate measures to inspect all these health-related apparatus. State Minister has also asked the authority to take stern measures against the sellers who sell substandard apparatus. According to the authority, only 5 suppliers are registered to import oximeters to Sri Lanka. It added, at a glance, many oximeters to be sold in Sri Lanka are fake and counterfeit. Government has also proposed to sell 1 oximeter at a maximum retail price of 3,000 rupees. The authority said that there is a possibility of a person getting a sudden heart attack or a panic attack due to false readings given by a low quality and toy type pulse oximeter. That ends local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The government says there is no truth at all in the news reports now in circulation, claiming there's a shortage of essential food items in the country. The government says it has sufficient stocks to meet the demand and there is no rice or sugar shortage in the country. In a statement released by the Department of Government Information states both foreign and local media, together with social media, are spreading the news virally. It says certain opposition politicians are also spreading this false information, and that was our main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watch Live.
Consultant Dr. Channa says that people with chronic illnesses can get severe complications if they get infected with COVID. The virus could grow and multiply within the body without any symptoms. He said attention should not be paid constantly only to PCR test positive values to understand the corona situation. And that was Watchlight.
World News.
Headlines. Japanese health officials say one of the foreign substances found in batches of Moderna coronavirus vaccine vials proved to be stainless steel. European Health Agency says no urgent need for booster shots. Millions of Indian children are returning to classrooms after COVID vacation. World news in detail now. Japanese health ministry officials say one of the foreign substances found in batches of Moderna coronavirus vaccine vials proved to be stainless steel. Moderna contacted the ministry to explain stainless steel particles formed as a result of friction between metal in the production line, which was caused by an inappropriate setup. Unopened vaccine vials from 3 lots, accounting for 1.2 million doses, have been suspended from use after foreign matter was found in some of the vials sent to the over 9,000 vaccination sites across Japan since mid-August. Meanwhile, Moderna said there is only a small likelihood of increased medical risk as the metal is used in joint replacements and pacemakers. Moderna released the results of its investigation of the incident and said the fragments posed no safety risks. The European Centre for Disease Prevention and Control says there is no urgent need for most people who have had 2 doses of COVID-19 vaccine. The EU agency said that because vaccines had proved highly effective at protecting against hospitalization, severe disease and death. However, the EU said that additional doses for those with weakened immune systems should already be considered as part of their primary vaccination. The European Medicine Agency said it would nevertheless be assessing data on booster doses and that member states may consider preparatory plans for administering 3rd shots. Millions of Indian children are returning to classrooms for the first time in 18 months. The Indian governments begin to reopen schools that have been closed since start of the pandemic. India's estimated 270 million school children have been out of classes for longer than those in any other major economy. States such as Rajasthan and Tamil Nadu and the capital New Delhi have begun their reopening with classes for older students in the 9th to 12th year of their education. Others, including Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, are allowing middle school students from year 6 and above to attend schools as well. In many states, primary schools remain closed as they have since March 2020. Back to the headlines of the world news. Japanese health officials say one of the foreign substances found in batches of Moderna coronavirus vaccine vials proved to be stainless steel. European Health Agency says no urgent need for booster shots. Millions of Indian children are returning to classrooms after COVID vacation. And that ends World News.
Development News is brought to you by
Quality matters than price. So as an engineer, I recommend Melba RB500. It's made with virgin billets using the latest technology. Melba RB500, number 1 in Sri Lanka. Truly Sri Lankan.
In development news, the United States government has awarded a grant to conserve a 17th century royal palace and archaeology museum in Kandy. The grant has been awarded through the U.S. Ambassador's Fund for Cultural Preservation Funding and it over 52 million Sri Lankan rupees, that's $265,000. Since 2001, Ambassador's Fund has funded 14 projects in Sri Lanka, including the conservation of the Rajagala Buddhist Forest Monastery, the preservation of Buddhist, Hindu and other collections in the Anuradhapura Archaeological Museum, and many more. The newest project aims to conserve the old Kandyan King's Palace and upgrade the Archaeology Museum in the King's Palace located with the sacred temple of the Tooth Complex. And that was development news.
Development News was brought to you by
Quality matters than price. So as an engineer, I recommend Melba RB500. It's made with virgin billets using the latest technology. Melba RB500, number one in Sri Lanka. Truly Sri Lankan.
In sports news, Sri Lanka beat South Africa by 14 runs. Sri Lanka scored 90 runs of the last 10 overs of their innings and defended 90 in the last 10 overs of South Africa's to take the series lead and 10 points into the World Cup Super League table. History was on the host side, with no team ever successfully chasing a total over 300 in a day-night game on the island. South Africa, on 210 for 3 after 40 overs, were well placed, but Sri Lanka's attack held its nerve. Sri Lanka's spin trio, Hasaranga, Dhananjaya and Praveen Jayavikrama, bowled 28 overs between and conceded 134 runs at a rate of under 5 an over, but did not cause the damage that might have been expected. By and large, South Africa handled them well, particularly Markram, who is much improved player from the one who made 0 and 3 on a tour to Sri Lanka 3 years ago. And that was sports news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Savings account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Cargill Ceylon PLC has launched a project to bring the Timbiri trees back to Timbiri-Gasyaya, where Timbiri trees, widely believed to be the inspiration for the town name, were planted along the main road along Timbiri-Gasyaya. The company pledged to plant as many trees as possible within Colombo and across the country. Cargill's partnered with the Colombo Municipal Council, CMC, and undertook the planting of trees in Fort and Timbiri-Gasyaya recently in line with this campaign. Cargill Ceylon PLC said they are planning to plant Karanda trees at premises of the renowned red and white Cargill's building in the heart of Colombo. And that was business news.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Savings account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news. Courtesy of
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Minister Pavitra Vanyarachi stresses the importance of formulating an urgent program to generate new income avenues in the transport sector. She says it can be launched through the existing and new projects to revive the country's economy affected by the pandemic. She made these remarks at a meeting with the ministry officials and heads of all institutions coming under the Transport Ministry. The meeting was convened to discuss ongoing development projects and the proposed new projects through Sri Lanka Railways, Sri Lanka Transport Board and National Transport Commission. That was economic news.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Weather report. The Met Department says several spells of showers or thundershowers will occur in the western, Sabaragamuwa, central and northwestern provinces and in the Galle and Mathura districts. Showers or thundershowers will occur at several places in the northern, eastern and Uva provinces, especially in the evening. Showers or thundershowers can be expected in the northern province in the morning too. And that was the weather report. To conclude this news broadcast, the headlines once again. The President declared emergency regulations formulated on essential food supply with effect from midnight yesterday. The government says there is no shortage of essential food items in the country. The Health Ministry commenced administering the COVID-19 vaccine to those between the ages of 20 to 30. The Minister of Agriculture assures to provide organic fertilizer to farmers for the Maha season without a shortage. The Health Ministry requests plans from public transport sector to operate it before reopening the country. Calling dates for applications for the 2021 GCE A-level and Grade 5 scholarship examinations extended. International news, millions of Indian children are returning to classrooms after extended COVID vacation. And that ends this news broadcast. Back to my friend and colleague Victor Raj to keep you company. Over to you, Victor.